Do you hear that? Are you listening? Get ready.
很懂。
I'm hospitalized in a hazmat scare caused by pumpkin spice.
Why is there noise on this buddy?
Dude, why do you think you will find the shepherd's pie on here?
Welcome to the Serious Talk Podcast, live from Buckingham Palace. It's John and Adrian and Josh.
Welcome to the Serious Talk Show, everyone. This is John Owens, your host, along with Josh here today. And unfortunately, Adrian couldn't make it today.
No.
So he scheduling errors, I guess. So
Yes.
So again,
His people didn't get with our people, and it creates a whole problem.
It fell apart.
Good people
Yes.
here.
But welcome to the show on our Thanksgiving edition of the Serious Talk Show.
Thank you.
And I'm going to go ahead and before we get on, of course, introduce our guests because we have two new guests on today. We have from left to right on the screen. We have Michael Larkin, and returning again is Raymond.
Better
Guess
known
I'm-
as Hagrid.
I guess, yeah, I'm Hagrid. I guess I'm full time now, right?
Pretty much.
Give or take.
In my giant shirt.
His giant shirt, yes.
This thing is like
Yes.
an XXXXXL.
XXX.
This thing is huge. I don't know who it was made for.
It just kind of
Huge.
swallows you.
It does.
It does.
It doesn't help about your
My what? Huh? What?
it just kind of helps in the
He's
way you
trying to
swallow.
tell you look very thin.
Yes.
You're sure?
Yeah.
Yes. That was it.
I will say though, the hole for the head is like really small. So it's like I have to like stretch it to get it off
Yeah.
and on.
Oh my gosh.
It was just funny to me.
That is
Giant
funny.
shirt, tiny head hole.
It is very funny. All right. Well,
Moving on then.
moving on. I don't know how we got on that subject. It is Thanksgiving, and we're going to quickly talk about that here. We have plenty of Thanksgiving-themed things coming up.
That's the holiday with the turkey, right?
Yes.
No.
Okay. Just
The
let me
one
get that
with
straight.
the chicken.
The one that gets
It's the
skipped.
chicken.
Yeah.
I thought chicken was 4th of July.
No,
Barbecue chicken.
That's totally quail.
That's quail?
Yeah.
Well, then what's turkey?
It's a bird.
It's a bird. Okay.
I can't, I
It's
cannot
Thanksgiving.
refute that
What,
logic.
it doesn't matter what you... I don't...
It's true technically.
It is.
You're not wrong.
But of course, it's that time of year again where you go into plenty of food comas and wake up or go to sleep and take a nap and then wake up and eat more food
And then go back to sleep.
and go.
Oh, it's
yeah,
amazing. It is
Mhm.
grand.
it's. But before we get into the full part of our show tonight, I was just going to ask a couple questions that usually are asked around this time of the year. We'll go ahead and do the funny one first. What's your funniest Thanksgiving memory? And we can go from, or I guess who's ever ready to answer that.
Funniest Thanksgiving memory.
Yeah.
I don't even know, man. I don't think anything funny.
Nothing funny has
Like-
happened?
My Thanksgivings are boring. You know, my family is a bunch of really old people. Like, my dad didn't even... like, my dad is...
Well, we know how he feels.
Like, my dad is 65 right now, and I'm only 22. So my first Thanksgiving memory, my parents are already in their late 40s.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you go that to all their siblings in their late 40s and up. You know, it's just... I mean, there's some kid stuff that happened. I also have a very bad memory. So if anything funny really
Oh my gosh.
did...
Went from funny to bad.
I mean, if
Bad
anything
memory.
funny did happen, I just don't really remember it.
Okay.
I mean,
It's
Are
just-
you
maybe...
okay? Do you need a minute?
No, it's just I have a bad memory. I don't know. I don't remember much. Like, small detail. I remember big details, but not small.
Right.
Mm.
Okay.
So I'm going to lie and tell a funny story that could have happened to someone's Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Okay, please.
You trip with a full plate of food.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's not funny. That's
I
sad.
would just be
Yeah, but then
That
you
would
can
make
go
me
back
cry.
and get seconds.
I would just be really disappointed.
You'd be really disappointed.
The
If I
dog
saw
would be
all the
happy,
food?
but
Honestly,
that
if
would
I
make me
saw that,
cry.
I would laugh. If I
Yeah.
saw someone
Okay.
just like,
If
You're
I'm
a
watching
terrible
it, yes. If
Yeah.
I'm the one tripping, yeah, no.
fair enough.
Okay.
I'd laugh afterwards.
If
At
you
you.
fall with all your food, you shouldn't be allowed to get more. Like, it should be over.
Yeah, you just
Mhm.
wasted.
You just have to sit there and watch everybody.
Like you didn't
else.
respect the
That's
reverence
terrible.
of the moment.
No, I mean,
That's
it's
terrible.
just Thanksgiving. Be
That's
careful
like-
or be hungry.
That's like saying if you mess up opening a Christmas present, you can't open the rest of your presents.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
have to burn
save
the
them for next year.
No, just burn them.
Burn them.
Burn
Oh,
them.
gosh.
Okay. Well then.
We're gonna be really great parents.
Seriously.
One, not together, but whatever.
All three of us are going to be parents.
Oh my gosh. All right. Anyone else over here have a funny
so
example?
When I was in, let's see. Okay, so it was like 2005. So I was like 5th grade, so 11, or no, not even 11. Yeah,
Ish.
something like that. Pretty young, a little bit. I was in Louisiana with my dad's side of the family, and me and my cousin were outside shooting water guns at the road. And this guy like reached down in the console of his car, and I was pretty sure he was either grabbing a gun or a phone. And sure enough, he had called the police, and so like this cop shows up at my grandma's house, and my first reaction is to run. So I climbed a tree.
So you climbed a tree?
Yeah.
Oh
Oh
no.
my gosh.
And,
Get away.
So the cop like pulls up in the driveway, and my cousin Kyle's out there, and he's talking to the cop, and I'm like, Kyle, you should have ran. And I'm like yelling at him from the tree. So my grandma comes outside. Turns out the cop that came was like on the same squad or whatever as my grandpa.
Oh,
Before
okay.
he started doing like
Okay.
comm work and everything. So
Mhm.
he actually knew the family kind of well. It was just pretty funny that I could have gotten not really arrested, but I thought I was gonna get arrested.
You thought you were going to get arrested. So
like,
your
10
first
years old.
reaction was to go
Climb a
run,
tree.
climb a
Run.
tree.
And they
climb a
can't
tree.
get you there.
Hey.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
yeah, you
hilarious.
can't be arrested.
It's
if you're
not
in a
like they
tree.
have guns and can
Yeah.
shoot you out of the tree or anything.
I
I
had
mean,
a water gun. I was
Got a water gun.
Squirt him.
Is that what you're supposed to do if a kid like climbs a tree? You're supposed to
shoot 'em.
shoot them?
I
It's just really confusing.
That's protocol for me. Anytime I see a kid, I pull out my pistol and
nah.
I'm ready.
I've learned
my
from
gosh.
I've learned from many frisbees stuck in trees. You always throw a football at it.
Yeah, throw a football at the
Yeah.
kid, he'll fall down.
Yep.
That's fair.
Or the cat.
But no, firemen rescue cats. Cops apparently are supposed to shoot them out of trees. You heard it here first. That's what you're supposed to do.
Shoot
I don't
them out
like
of trees. Okay.
that.
Oh my gosh. All right. Any other funny Thanksgiving memories before we move on?
Yeah, so I guess it was probably about 10 years ago. My entire family was at my parents' house. And all of a sudden, we see some kids from across the street, which this is when I was younger, so obviously 10 years ago.
Yeah.
We see them run out of the field. I should give you some context. I'm from Texas, like, farm situation. And then we see smoke. So they were actually setting off fireworks in the field by our house. And the next thing we knew, the entire field is on fire.
Oh, wow.
And my grandfather is a very excitable man. So he's just running around with, like, grabs the tea pitcher and, like, runs outside like that's going to do something.
Gotta try.
It was,
He was thirsty.
Yeah.
So he had
I mean,
a tea pitcher, and that's
Yeah,
all he had trying to put out the
absolutely.
fire.
So we had to, like, let the cattle out. So we had cattle running around everywhere. I mean, and my mom was not amused. Not even because of the fire, but because the food was getting cold.
Right.
While we were putting out the fire.
Stop saving lives and come eat this food.
Come eat this
I
food's
do
getting
remember
cold.
something funny for me now that you said all that stuff.
You're right.
I'm
Is
so
it,
sorry.
Is it real?
Yes.
Hey,
Oh.
hey,
It happened.
you have already told a story.
But can I tell a real story this time?
Okay.
Is it a quick story?
Are you
Yeah.
going to make us sad again?
No.
Because- Okay.
Well, it was kind of funny. It was really funny to me.
Okay.
In front of my grandma's house that I used to go to every Thanksgiving,
Okay.
there's a field across. When she said field, it reminded me. There's a field across the road, and one of my uncles had a four-wheeler. I think he had just gotten a four-wheeler, and I was riding on the back, and there's a bunch of hills, And when he went up one hill, I fell off the back.
Oh
He
my
didn't know. He just kept going.
He just kept going. Didn't even realize you fell off the.
Because I was supposed to be holding myself on. I mean, he was at the whole other side of the field, and he turned around and he saw me, and he was like, "What?" And he had to come back and get me. But I'm definitely afraid of riding on the back of 4-wheelers now. If I'm in control, cool.
So just ride on the front.
Oh my gosh.
I'll just hang on underneath.
All of us have stories about our grandparents.
I know it's well.
Isn't
I mean,
that like
I
what
feel
we
like
do?
that's who you're around more of the time. Is just you're around your family.
Family.
And
All mine are
stuff.
dead.
Jeez, Raymond.
Okay, moving on. Let's get another question. All right. If you could thank one person, living or dead, for his or her influence on your life, who would you thank?
Jesus.
Oh my god! You gave the cop out answer.
His or her influence.
Okay, good job, Raymond. Good job.
No, I mean, I'll come up with a real answer.
Muy
Okay.
bueno.
Why does he get a pass every time?
He's coming. I don't know.
It's like some kind of privilege.
Yeah.
Like the new kids.
The new kids get. Yeah, Raymond. These guys haven't been on the podcast before either.
I
Oh.
was
You're a
sitting
seasoned
in.
veteron.
Oh. Should
And what's
think
that
about
supposed to
that.
I don't know.
I don't know.
You don't like my sense of humor?
What's the humor?
Should I just like leave right now?
I don't know. Should you?
It's getting really awkward.
All right. Okay.
Well, guys, apparently I'm the weakest link and I'm the voter off the island.
Goodbye.
That's like 2 different shows.
I know. I was gonna come up with a third one, but I couldn't think of
Oh
anything.
my gosh. All right. But yeah, anyone
back
anyone
in the
you could thank, dead or alive, that has had an influence on your life. Who would you thank? And that'll be the last question we have.
Definitely my dad.
Mm-hmm.
Just really supportive, inspirational, hardworking, and understanding of like life situations. Like even when stuff goes down,
Mm-hmm.
I've had some crazy stuff happen to me, and he was like the first person I called, and he handled stuff like really calmly. He wasn't too mad at me,
Mm-hmm.
so definitely him.
Awesome. Anyone else?
I got one.
You got one? Okay. Raymond's got one.
Raymond's got one.
Raymond's got all the stories.
Raymond's always got one.
I try. Definitely my stepmom.
Mm-hmm.
She, quote unquote, adopted me. Like when I was like 5 years old. Her and my dad got married. And I think it pretty much all started was when I was 5. I was like, so what do you want me to call you?
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, you can call me whatever you want. And I was like, all right, your name is Monkey Butt. And she was like, well, I mean, as long as you know that that's me, I guess.
As long as you know
And
that's-
so I called her mom ever since. And she's
Aw.
just like Michael was saying, like, even though, you know, I love my dad to death, I love my real mom and my stepdad, anything, her first. Even today, you know, all the, like, the paperwork and everything that I was filling out for something else, it was, her name was the first thing that came. It was all, like, the, like, emergency contacts and all that stuff. It's
Yeah.
always her first.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It's just, she's just that person. I tell her everything first.
That's cool.
So since we've done a dad and a mom, I'll do something a little different.
Okay.
Caitlyn Jenner?
Yeah, a little bit after that.
Hey, a little
I'm
different
leaving.
does not explain her.
Okay. That's a lot different.
Okay.
Caitlyn Jenner?
Come on.
Sorry.
I mean, if you don't leave, I'm leaving. I'm just kidding.
Bye, honey. If I get up, they're butt cheek imprints.
So my mother-in-law. Like, I know some people don't like their in-laws. Mine
I don't like
are,
your in-laws.
Wait,
I don't
what?
have any in-laws.
I like them. You
I'm
don't
kidding,
know.
I'm kidding.
I know you are. My mother-in-law is perfect. I'm not kidding.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't like step in when she like isn't needed, but if she like thinks she's needed, she's there, and she takes my side. So love you, girl.
That's hilarious.
What about you, John?
Me?
You never answer these.
I know I never answer because
She asks them.
And you, Josh. You gotta answer one, too.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you
Can
do.
y'all just be thankful for each other? That
No,
would
that's
be
cheating.
cute.
Yeah, that would actually
I'm
work.
thankful for
Honestly,
my older
yeah.
brother
Y'all are sitting
For
so
your
close
older brother?
together.
and,
I
and
know.
all of his idiocy.
Okay,
Aw.
idiocy.
Mm-hmm.
And I can throw that right back at you, but that's good. No, yeah, probably I would say between the two of us. there's so much weird stuff that no one else would even understand.
Okay.
No, weird stuff in the fact is projects.
Not tell me about that later.
I'm gonna clarify that. But yeah, projects and weird things we build, and just ideas we come up with that it just kind of works.
We can just by looking at each other understand what the other one is is thinking.
Telebronesis.
You know what we can do by looking at each other?
Yeah.
We can look at each other.
We could, yeah.
Just by looking at each other.
All right, but
let's move on, please.
Yeah. Thanksgiving, that was some cool stuff. Now we're getting into that was the only serious part of the show. Let's just be honest.
Okay,
Yes.
good.
The rest of it is very serious.
All
that
right,
was only serious.
I'm
But
gonna miss stroking my beard.
yeah,
I'm very sad.
it's time for
This week in history. Michael as Miles Standish. Raymond as Susan Smith. Josh as Squanto. And Larkin.
You should have done this.
oh, it's okay. That's just
I'm sorry, I couldn't keep a straight face.
Why'd y'all do that
Cause we can, honey.
to me? So
oh gosh.
Hey, what's my name again?
Hey,
Susan Smith.
I said
My name is Susan Smith.
I said Susan Smith, not Sassy Smith.
Hey,
So just
Just
I'm not turning
just
the
turn
stats
it down a
honey.
little. You don't need to be at a 10.
Susan needs to speak to the manager, please.
Why is my kid sitting on the bench?
Oh no.
All right. Well, as you can see, it is time for this week in history, or this day in history. But since we're close enough to Thanksgiving, we're just gonna retell the story of Thanksgiving.
Hey, is my hair fine?
Yeah, you good?
it's yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Can I just wear yours then? Yes.
Oh no.
So, does anyone have any questions about how this is gonna go down?
Why?
No. Why? Okay.
That is a good question.
That is a
We
very
don't have an answer for that, but that's a good question.
I was so mad when I saw my picture. I don't even know who I am.
You are Pocahontas.
I came up with it.
He came up with it.
Pocahontas.
Yep,
Yeah.
Okay.
Pocahontas. And you're Squanto. Josh Squanto. So.
Oh.
Well, you're not like
Oh.
you're just,
So I'm an Indian
you're traveling
girl.
with him.
No.
You're not like. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, and I'm mute.
I'm a pilgrim
That's
girl.
what I heard. I'm
You're-
mute? Okay, cool.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. That's where it works.
So I'm a pilgrim girl. He's an Indian girl.
No, he's Miles Standish. Miles Standish is the
Yes.
leader of the Plymouth Colony.
Who's the other girl?
She's the other girl.
She's a girl
Pocahontas.
and a guy?
And Josh is
Duh. Wow, I knew that.
Josh is Squanto.
I
Oh,
am
sorry.
Squanto.
I thought you said she was Squanto too. I was like,
No. She's
Split
Pocahontas.
personality
Pantalones.
disorder.
I was not aware this was happening.
I was.
Don't worry.
All right, let's go ahead and get started into this story and see where this takes us. This is the story of the first Thanksgiving. Our story begins in 1621 in the colony of Plymouth. In a cold, blistery state, the colonists were having a hard time growing food and cultivating the land. Miles Standish, though, was enjoying his lavish breakfast and was already on his seconds for the day. Susan Smith came into Miles Standish's house to give him the daily report of how many people had died from starvation the night before. Also, to talk about how they would feed the people in the future.
Mr. Miles, I have some information for you.
Can't you see that I'm eating?
No, this is important. I have some information for you. We have 600 people that live under your rule. You know how many died last night? Give me
I
a second
care?
breakfast.
Do I care?
You should. They make your food.
My food?
3 people died of starvation.
Only 3? I have 600.
Just last night. Hey, y'all drop the... 3 people have died, okay?
Were they related to you?
Somehow I'm Mexican now.
Oh my god.
Accept it. I can't do accents.
Were they related to you? Can I finish my breakfast? I want thirds.
They're related to you, honey. It was your mom.
Mommy?
You're not feeding your mom. Mommy? How are we gonna fix this?
I'm sorry, Mommy.
No. You don't get to grieve. We need to fix this. Think of all the other moms. How we fixing this?
I need to hire somebody to help.
With what?
Bribe them.
No, like, what are they gonna help us with? You gotta tell me.
Growing the food. Cooking it.
Let's do it. Who we talk to?
Them little horse riders outside.
I say nay.
After they discussed the disparity of the colony, Squanto, the native of this land, made his way into the camp and proclaimed his desire to teach the colonists how to grow food. In the town,
We both just looked at each other.
and everyone in the town square was there. Miles Standish, Susan Smith, as well as Pocahontas, and they all began to question Squanto about his motives.
Squanto, what's your motives, honey?
Well, when I attended the English literature study program, I
Where
decided...
did you graduate?
Yes.
One question.
Can I see
One
your
question.
certificate?
How?
Unknown. However, I did learn how to cultivate many things, including corn, grain, fruits, vegetables, and roots.
Did you
So I wish
also
to
learn
teach
to
you.
speak in that voice?
Yes.
Sexy.
What about beans, greens, potatoes?
I believe those qualify as what I just said.
So how can you help us, baby?
I will have Pocahontas describe the exact details of what we will do with you.
Speak.
I sold
Not good enough. Do better.
No. I can't do this.
All right, Squanto, your turn, baby.
Yeah.
Just tell us. Give me them deets on the beats.
I apologize for Pocahontas. However, we will dig up the land, turn it over, and put the seeds in the ground.
Sounds like a plan. Let's do it. Mm-hmm. We starve it over here, baby.
Okay.
Oh, and we're gonna skim 40% off the top, just as you know.
What now?
So, like, how do we cook it?
50.
50.
So, like, how do we cook it?
Not my problem.
It's her problem. How do we cook it?
Gotta be me.
Because he doesn't know.
I will
There's only
not
two of you.
be the token female in this story. No.
There's only two of you.
He's the token female in this story.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
I got a perm for this.
After, in some way or another, after accepting the help of Squanto, the Pilgrims began to flourish in Plymouth. They had plenty of food during the harvest time and wanted to have a huge celebration with Squanto and his friends. Miles Standish was trying to create the first Thanksgiving Hallmark card to send to them to invite them to this amazing feast. And Susan was there as well.
So, like, what's it gonna say, baby?
I'm thinking Happy Turkey Day.
That's it. That's the one. Gobble, gobble. Write that on there, too, baby. That's good.
How do you spell?
Actually, let's do one of those voice cards. That'll be better. They open it. Done. Finn.
Got it.
That was quick.
That was really quick. Okay. When the feast had begun, there was food aplenty, with anything you could imagine on the table, and Standish stood to give a speech to all those at the table.
Don't stand. You look like a fool.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
So we're gathered here today
Yes.
to enjoy this bountiful feast
That we
prepared
made.
by Squanto and Pocahontas.
How amazing am I?
Pretty
Very, baby.
He pretty much did everything. I just kind of told him when to bring the food out.
That's all you need to do.
That's all I do.
After Miles Standish gave him his heartwarming speech.
That's a great speech.
My heart's pretty warm right
Mine's speeding fast.
Squanto finished out the evening by giving one last final saying, a prophetic, proverbial saying.
Whenever death comes knocking at the door of the natives, we will blame the white men.
Oh my God. Okay. That was not proverbial.
I'm taking this off.
Take it off.
Thank you
Oh my
for
God.
the
My head's
friendship.
itchy now.
There's hair all over me.
Okay.
It's
Well,
not mine.
and that obviously was the factual, truthful, absolutely correct story of how Thanksgiving was started.
I was there, baby.
So make sure you tell your kids and
Show them
when
this
you're around the
podcast.
Thanksgiving table. Okay, that was interesting. Okay.
That was good.
That was good. Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
We did
Yeah.
good. You didn't.
I mean,
Pocahontas was mute.
I was supposed to
She
be.
couldn't speak.
I'm not
She was
here
speechless
of my
by
own
all
accord.
the heartwarming actions taken by us.
Mm-hmm.
She was that speechless.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, moving on from that, we definitely hope you enjoyed that retelling
I
of
did.
that
It was
story.
great.
We hope so.
Is alright.
But let's go ahead and move on to our next little segment that we like to call.
Welcome to the internet, your gateway to adventure.
Crazy news of the week. Okay. So every week we like to go down a list of topics and headlines and just kind of give our general reaction to them because there's enough weird stuff that goes on literally every week that we can pull. I mean, we have to cut
Ew.
and pull.
Guess what wigs? Their wig hair.
My week.
That is not wig.
My wig hair.
Ew.
I'm not
Okay.
doing my actual
No
hair.
one
care.
else in here is that
Okay,
long and
sorry.
blonde except for him.
But for the first topic,
Oh.
how? I'm gonna go ahead and throw this picture up for you guys. Let me see. Yep. Okay. So an artist uses Greg's sausage rolls to draw a stunning portrait of Jesus.
God
Is
just
that-
bless that man.
That's sausage?
It's
I don't think they should be using sausage to
Did
pick
we-
anything. but
That
it's
looks like a
impressive.
pretzel.
It looks like he just
Like a
used it
pretzel
as a
stick.
paintbrush with ketchup.
Yep. He used
That's
it
what
like as a
happened.
tool
Exactly.
to do it.
It's impressive.
Oh, I thought he actually like used the
Mhm.
pieces to.
But this made the news.
That's still
Supposedly
pretty
he does
cool.
this with a lot of stuff, but I don't know. It looks
I
pretty.
can barely draw stick
What
figures,
gives
and
him
this
the
man's
idea
making
to
art out of
use
ketchup.
food?
I don't know.
I bet he was at McDonald's one day, and he was doing it with his fries.
They have Greg's egg
And then-
sausage rolls at McDonald's.
And then he was like, "Let's expand on this and do it at other restaurants."
I
And
kind of
then-
want to try these now. Where
No,
are they?
all
Where are
I
they
got
at?
I
from
think
this is that they're not good.
That they're not good.
If you're gonna draw with a piece of sausage, it's not good.
Yeah,
I feel
because
like
if it was
there's-
good, you'd eat it.
You need it.
Yeah. Suppose. Oh, he was actually on. He had appeared on Britain's Got Talent.
All right.
Okay,
So-
so it's in England.
It's in
Oh, well, that
it's in
explains
England.
a lot.
That's why.
Yeah,
yeah.
those
Yeah.
weirdos.
So, but also the interesting thing is this is not the only thing that Greg's sausages made news in.
Oh.
Greg's had to apologize
Wait.
after replacing baby Jesus with a sausage roll.
No.
Yes.
No.
That's fake.
No, that's not fake.
It has a bite out of it.
I know. And do you see the little caption at the bottom of it? It says, "Our Savior."
Who's their marketing person?
I don't know, but they had to
Atheist.
apologize for it.
Obviously.
Of course, I had to apologize for that.
I mean,
Oh,
do you think that's humorous, or do you think
No.
that's
that's terrible.
I think their business name is humorous. Greg's
Greg's?
Sausage. Like, that's just, why would you market that?
Probably means something different in England.
Does
it means Greg's Sausage.
I'm giving them the
That's
benefit
just-
of the doubt.
That's just,
Oh my
gosh, God.
All right, moving on.
Yeah.
Moving on. Okay.
Number 2.
Yeah, you can go ahead and do number 2.
I don't want
Number
to talk
2.
about number 2, guys.
All right, number 2.
That's gross.
Man kicks off after takeaway staff pour gravy on his chips.
The police was called.
He kicks off? What do you
Yes. So well, he
mean? What
like.
does that mean?
Those are fries.
I'm pretty sure that's like a British term for like. I think he like tried to attack one of the staff after they poured gravy on his chips.
So, like, he
Is there
freaks
a
out.
reason we're only doing like British stuff?
News.
No.
That was weird this week.
It's where a lot of the weird news comes
That
from.
looks like a burrito.
I
You
know.
look like a
What
burrito.
is
I
that?
feel like it's fish and
Thanks.
chips.
It's like fish and chips, but they pour gravy all over it. I figure that's
a piece
good.
of fish and then
That's a
French
good
fries.
Thanksgiving one with the gravy.
Ew.
But like, why fish and gravy?
I don't know, but supposedly they gave it to him. He said, "Oh, you guys forgot to like add something," and it wasn't the gravy. And then they gave it back to him, and he like freaked out.
Well, that's what he gets for making him guess. Tell him what's missing. Like,
forgot
hey,
something.
You forgot my
How
ketchup.
dare you put something else
Forgot
on
my
there?
tartar sauce.
All right. Exactly.
Gravy, I mean, that can't be that bad.
What if that was just like a brown tartar sauce?
What if...
And he flipped
Yeah.
it on
A
I don't
brown
think brown
tar-
tartar sauce
like
would
a-
be good, though.
like
that just
like a
sounds-
tartar sauce had been sitting on the shelf a little too long. Like,
Aged tartar sauce.
At least they gave it to him.
aged 12 years.
Wait, so
Ew.
he got up,
Was it
ran
Scotch?
out because of gravy.
No, he
He like
yelled at him,
he like
angry at him.
threw it at him and then like kicked it,
Oh.
and then the police were called. But by the time they showed up, I guess the restaurant was actually closed.
Oh.
So
Good response time.
like great response time.
You know what? There was something similar to that.
Mhm.
It happened here. It was a craze that I really, really loved. So like people would go into like McDonald's or whatever and they
Yeah.
order a burger, and then they would take a bite out of it and go up to the counter and be like, "Who made this burger? Who back there made this burger?" And then someone would come up and be like, "I did," and he'd be like, "You did good. It's delicious." And they take another bite. And like that was like a thing, and I loved it.
You did good.
Like
I
they
wanna
would
do
make
that.
a huge
That's awesome.
ruckus
Until you
and then
pick the
compliment them.
wrong person.
Wait, let's go to McDonald's after this.
I mean, no. Until you pick the wrong person. Somebody comes at me like that, I'm
I
not
made
going to
this
let them
burger.
tell me about it.
You're
I'd be
like-
I made that burger. What's up? And then they're
Whoa,
scared.
where'd that gun come from? Wait a minute.
It's over.
Where'd that gun come from?
No, don't shoot me! Don't shoot me!
Like
gosh.
fry grease just coming. I'm not waiting to hear
I'm sure that
what's
counts as
wrong.
an assault.
But
That's a
But the
hefty,
cops wouldn't show up
lawsuit.
in time anyway, so
Right.
So it'd be
yeah, you would just leave.
or whatever English version of that would be.
constables.
Yeah, the constables just their horses just move fast enough.
Where's Paul Revere when you need him?
On the other side of the
Clydesdales.
Atlantic.
Yeah,
Too soon?
not even close.
Too soon?
They have the Clydesdales, right? The really big ones, the Budweiser horses.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Beautiful.
Definitely the
horses.
same thing. Go.
All right, let's move on.
All right, so our next one is. Now this is very strange. Aldi had to recall its peanut packets from its shelves because the labels didn't mention that they contained nuts.
See, you really freaked me
Really?
out because I
Oh.
hit Aldi up hard.
So
like-
they had
Is that Clancy's?
I think so. Yeah. So they recalled these peanuts because I guess they may have contained cashews or something, and
So I want to get some beef, but you guys didn't tell me that there's beef in this packet. So like I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna get
sue.
a hot coffee and spill it on myself and sue you because it's hot.
wait,
Yeah.
wait.
So they basically had to take it off the
No.
shelves because they didn't specify on the package that this contained nuts.
I guess because allergies, but people read.
Okay, but you're buying peanuts.
P.
The
nuts.
fact that it's peanuts should mean there's
Like I'm pretty
nuts.
sure. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, these are peanuts, but they're not actually real peanuts. It's
I guess it's because they're doing all this fake, not real crap these days for all these
Yeah.
people that are scared of real food. So like, it's you have to say that
Eat
it's
some
real
dirt.
peanuts.
I mean,
some
come
bacon
on.
on it.
They're vegan. They're vegan peanuts. They're not even.
Do you know what you do with vegan stuff? You throw it in the trash and eat real men food.
Oh.
or real women food.
Or that.
Oh my!
Just real food.
And to
Ron
that
Swanson.
woman out there that spilled that coffee on herself, girl, I know about all your surgeries. You got what you should have, so.
Oh, the whole story. Oh.
Yeah, they had been warned multiple times. They ignored that. She had to get like 4 reconstructive surgeries down there, bro. No, you know her. You wouldn't have said that.
Wait, so she spilled coffee in this general area?
They handed it to her and it spilled.
You got like 3rd-degree burns
It was
and a bunch.
horrible.
The,
And
Yeah.
they
the
had
suit
been
wasn't
warned
because
so
she was
many
negligible.
times.
The suit was because it didn't say on the container that it was hot.
No. That's not true.
I think it was way
It's not
too
true.
hot.
It was like
Yeah, it was
30
too hot.
degrees too hot.
Yeah, like it should.
Like
They had
it
been
was
warned. And
ridiculous.
she
Over
didn't
and
get
above.
all of those punitive damages.
So
by
how
the
did
way.
they even? How does it even get that
Lawyer.
hot?
They overheated it.
Or they probably it's something the machine wasn't working right, or they just weren't paying attention, or
Second.
Something.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's McDonald's.
it's
So
McDonald's.
I'm going to defend that woman every chance I get.
Nice. And then let's see. The last one is this one's kind of interesting. A rogue scientist attempts to make himself superhuman by editing his own DNA to get boosted strength and muscle growth.
Did it work?
And we don't have a picture for that one.
I was like,
Did it work?
waiting.
Picture of Captain America.
I think it worked for him. So
So, can I get this guy's number?
can you get his number? Sure.
Here
He's
he
actually
is.
in studio with us today.
Here he is. Come on out.
Hey, how did so the gene splicing went pretty well then for you, huh?
Yeah, I actually lost all my muscle mass everywhere except here, so my legs are literally bone.
Here, I'm gonna feel it.
Whoa.
It's real. It's real. It's confirmed. Those are real.
I'm also hypersensitive, so.
Especially right here.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Down the areolas.
Oh no.
Oh my goodness.
So-
Moving on.
But basically, he had some condition where he couldn't get muscle growth because of his genetic code. Like it kind of like it kept him from achieving a certain thing. So he
She's like skinny.
yeah so he removed it and then was able to
So what I said wasn't far off.
no yeah
Nice.
Wait, so is he just awesome, or is he like in prison right now for like doing? Is that like illegal? Like, are there gonna be any repercussions to him for doing
Genetic
that?
modification. That's a good question.
let me look. I don't
Like,
but
'cause I feel
honestly
like
this is in Europe,
that's
so there's
gonna
a lot of rogue
end up
scientists
being
over there.
illegal
I mean,
because
personally, I
people,
would feel like it shouldn't really be illegal because
he did it to himself.
Yeah.
He used
So,
to be
like-
a NASA worker. He's a biochemist.
I mean, scientists can
But how
make
do you even do
experiments
that
on
to? Because
themselves.
wouldn't you have to be?
Oh, it is not illegal to edit your own DNA.
Don't you have to be asleep to do that? How?
I feel like you could almost
You can't just like open up your body and just. I'm gonna
so
change my
it's-
DNA.
You modify a
anesthetics.
copy of it so it like replicates inside your system.
Okay, so you would like draw your blood, change your DNA in that, and like insert it back into your system.
Yeah, something like
He's
that.
actually selling do-it-yourself gene
Ew,
editing
no.
kits.
Christmas
we buy one of
list.
those?
That's an interesting idea.
Yeah, let's do that. I
Alright.
got blood
It's
taken
so
today.
Right here on the
tall.
show. Yeah, what do you?
Yeah.
We can take take your the hair portion out of your gene code. Then you won't have to shave.
Yeah, I would hate. Actually, I love my beard though. So whenever I don't have the job that I'm getting afterwards, I want to grow another magnificent beard.
True. But
That'd be
that's
better than this
interesting.
one.
He also live streamed himself injecting the modified copy of his DNA. So very interesting, man.
Could
very
have been very
I
exciting.
don't know if
He's
I
got
watch
some.
that.
He's got some cojones to do that.
Yeah.
What if that
really.
would have backfired?
Like what, he becomes Spider-Man?
What if he died?
Oh.
Or like he lost all
You're
muscle mass.
bringing it
Like,
down on
I know.
every
No, like seriously,
topic.
what if he like missed one teeny tiny thing, stuck it in, and then like he started becoming like a gorilla because they're like super close to us, or like
Or pig.
I'm being honest, like what if
Or a pig.
what
Okay.
if like something like that would have happened? That would have been cool.
Okay.
Don't we share like the most DNA with a pig? Or not DNA, but like
It's monkeys.
no, it's when we're like fetuses. Like our fetus
It
and
is-
the pig fetus, up until a certain amount of weeks.
They're exactly the same.
Oh yeah, well because they do use like pig hearts and stuff for temporary transplants when they need them. That's an actual.
You
that's
thought you were
an
gonna
actual
call me
thing.
out
Josh's
something else I
mouth was
wrong
like,
about, and I was right.
They
I'm
do.
just sitting here.
Have you watched the show House?
No, I know that they
Yes.
use them
I listen
as
to
sixth grade.
replacements. I know that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So, anyways, that was crazy.
Okay, I have a question for everybody.
Oh no.
Each and every one of you, if you could go and modify your genetic code, what would you change?
Oh no.
How tall I am.
How tall you are?
That's what I was gonna say.
That's what
Because
I
I'm
was
short.
gonna say.
This couch is a bunch of short people. Put it in. On 3 short people.
Oh, no thanks.
Please do.
No.
Come on.
No.
1, 2, 3.
Short
men.
people.
I would.
Short man.
Okay, there you go, short men.
I would probably give myself a greater lung capacity.
All right.
Okay, so you could
Big
hold your
bad
breath
wolf in
longer? Okay.
Hold my breath longer, run for longer periods of time without getting tired,
But see, the
that
thing
kind of
is, like,
stuff.
you don't necessarily have to alter genetic code to be able to achieve that.
I know, but I just don't want to put the work in.
Do you think it'd be more work to alter your genetic code, though?
No.
I mean, he has a do-it-yourself kit you can buy.
Yeah,
You just
fair enough.
inject
How
yourself.
expensive
Is it
I
easier
don't
to
know.
spend years and years and years and years running
still have an
every
answer.
single day, or to take a little blood out and put a little bit back in?
I'm not sure that has
And
anything to
sit
do with
there
your
and just let
genetic
it go.
code or predispositions to stuff. Like,
Yes, it
you
does.
actually have to exercise. That's
No.
not, like, you can't just change your genes and you're like, oh,
You
yeah,
can't
my
just make your lungs bigger inside your body.
Like, this guy had to work out after he changed
Yeah, he
his
did.
genes.
He
like,
was,
didn't
the
just
reason he
insert it and be
changed
like,
his
"Whoa."
genes is because
never
he,
doing
he
that
wasn't
again.
able to work out and he wasn't able to gain any muscle mass because of genetic code defect or something.
Oh, so, what about you?
Yeah.
What about me?
He'd make himself smarter,
Oh my god.
so he could be as smart as his brother.
Sure.
His little brother.
I guess. I don't know.
I actually wouldn't change anything.
I'm not sure
I
there's
would be
much I would
taller.
change.
I would be taller. This is perfect.
I mean, it's a lot better for girls to be shorter than guys
sure.
because it's more acceptable and like everyone's like short girls are the cutest, but like guys, girls are
It's
just
true.
like I only want a tall guy, and then all the dudes that
That's
are short
true.
is just like what
Yeah.
about me?
I don't know very many girls who like guys that are shorter than them.
I have a lot of friends that will get mad. Like, they'll be like, how are you dating a guy who's 6'4", you little shrimp? You
Oh,
better
yeah.
quit. Like, you better
I just want to be
stop
6
that.
foot. Like I'm not short
How
necessarily.
tall are you?
5'10", but
Okay.
like
I'm
maybe, like
5'6".
2 inches taller.
Aw.
You're 5'6". I'm
short,
I'm
yeah.
like 6'1".
I'm sick. I'm
Your
borderline
voice got a little
6'1".
deeper. I'm 6'1".
I'm 6'1".
You
I'm so tall.
know, the air's a little better up here.
It's a little thick. You'd think
You know
could
what?
hold more in
Hot
your
air
lungs.
rises, and I'm gonna get right up underneath you and fart.
Oh, okay.
That's your punishment.
But
All right,
anyways,
let's move on to our last segment.
which is
Challenge accepted.
Finally, somebody who might present a challenge.
You ready? Here we go.
Fight!
I'm prepared to lose, people.
he's prepared to lose. It
I
is the
always lose.
challenge of the week, and this week it is obviously Thanksgiving themed since we got Thanksgiving coming up, and it is going to be the Thanksgiving Smoothie Challenge. So basically, Josh, if you would go ahead and pull out the this blender over here, which is obviously already in the frame.
Sorry, guys. I didn't know you didn't want that in frame.
There we
Oh
go.
no, it's fine. So we got a blender here, and before us we have a Thanksgiving feast. Everything
Yes.
you need.
Wait, hang on. I'm gonna change that camera so people can see it.
All right, thank
Okay.
you. Perfect. There we go. So we got the Thanksgiving feast. So Josh, if you go ahead and load everything we have in.
Load?
Okay.
Go ahead, go
Say it
ahead.
like that?
One moment.
Load.
Loading.
Go ahead
Loading.
and load.
Loading.
So we're not gonna eat any of this separately.
No.
Oh no. If you want some now, go ahead and grab some.
Give me some of that bread.
All right. So the first thing we're putting in
You want some
is
bread?
potatoes.
Potatoes.
Potatoes. And we probably don't need all of them. That's
This is
probably a
like
little too many
pickled
potatoes.
eggs. Ew.
They do look like. So suppose I found out today that you can actually get potatoes in cans. Did not know that.
That makes me want to eat it less.
Josh is grabbing for the green beans.
Ew. I actually like green beans, but not in a cup like that.
Okay.
That's
I feel like you
gross.
should have got more of the juice.
Well, we have this right here.
Oh.
And cranberry juice.
We got some.
I'm not looking forward to drinking this.
We got a little shot of corn.
because I just know it's gonna be me.
Right, it's already accepting defeat.
I lose every challenge that I'm in.
We got a little bit more corn.
You need a lot of bit more corn.
All right, what's next, Josh? in our Thanksgiving feast?
Let's go with cranberries.
Ooh, we got cranberry sauce.
Cranberries.
A little bit of juice in the bottom, just to make sure that it's nice and flavorful. And we're just going to go ahead and dump all of this in.
Yeah, talk like you're a host.
We're just going to, we're just going to dump all of it in.
Yeah.
All right, so the next thing that we're going to go with is the gravy. And the reason that we're going to go with the gravy next is because the gravy is going to kind of pull it all together. It's a little thick, and we just did one normal shot of gravy. I believe this is a 2-ounce shot glass.
Yep, shot glass.
So that was full to the brim. We just wanted to make sure that we had that nice cohesion between all of the flavors.
Cohesion, exactly.
The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to put a small amount of bread. Now you don't want a lot.
Did someone already eat the bread?
Michael wanted some. You said to get some.
And what we're going to do is we're just going to tear it up into small pieces.
You should get just the middle because that's going to blend
them in.
Well.
And yeah, that's a good idea.
We want to give it some structure.
Okay.
Come
Definitely
on.
some structure.
Yeah.
All right.
It's got to be able to stand
But guys,
up.
I'm going to have to drink this.
It's going to be delicious.
All right.
We got a little bit of bread in there.
Oh.
Your hands are clean, right?
Yes. That little bit of
now
bread
just
in there.
grab the chicken.
The next thing that we're going to go with is the chicken. Now the chicken.
No, the turkey.
Quail.
Turkey.
Mini turkey.
It's actually done.
We had this specially shipped in from Holland. It is a true bona fide miniature turkey.
Are you just gonna rip that apart with your hands?
And so what we're gonna try.
Oh.
It's gonna take a little.
Right.
So bone in?
No bones.
Bone apple teeth.
All right. So what we're gonna do is the best way to de-chicken a leg is you take the end of it and right here pinch it. You twist. And pull.
I don't like
all right?
this.
That leaves all the meat, and you could just put the meat in there. We're just going to go ahead and put both legs in. All right. So again, just twist and pull.
That's impressive. That's really impressive.
Cartilage in there.
The next thing that we're going to put in. And one of the most important things we can put in is the sparkling cider.
Oh yes.
Now, no Thanksgiving is complete
without sparkling cider.
All right.
You just
so
need
we're
it.
just going to go ahead and just add the
delicious.
Add a little bit of liquid.
Looks like blood.
I don't know if that's going to be enough. We can always add more because we got this whole thing.
How about
now the last thing that we have to add
I can smell it.
is the apple pie. Okay.
No.
Don't mess up the apple.
I forgot to bring Josh a knife.
I want some of that later, so just a little bit.
And I have my assistant going and grabbing me a
Thank you, Raymond.
knife real quick. Thank you, Raymond.
Assistant.
But while he's going and doing that, I just want to kind of talk about what our flavors are going to be in here. Okay, we're going for something smooth.
It's not going to be smooth.
Smooth but edgy. We're also looking for something nice and sharp.
Like a bone.
Like
from the
no
leg.
bones in there.
Like a bone.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and cut this apple pie right there.
Jeez.
Okay.
Oh man.
Let's just hit everything.
We're just gonna go with a good slice. Just a good slice like that.
Okay.
Good heavens.
Pick it up.
Picking up that slice of apple pie.
Yummy. Okay. Now the pie.
Bay looking like a snack.
Pop right in like that.
You got to add a little bit of that sugar. You got to get back your daily sugar value.
You got that sugar in there because once you've
got to make it taste better for me.
You want to make sure that it has that. And okay, we're just gonna add a little bit more.
A little bit more bubbly.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Bubbly, just to make sure that we can blend all of this into a nice slurp.
Okay.
Ew, don't describe it as a slurp.
And I apologize for the loud noise. All headphone users, please take your headphones out for the next 30 seconds.
Yeah, I'm just going to scream right into the mic.
All right, here we go in 3, 2, 1.
I'm literally going to throw up.
I expected it to be brown.
What makes it worse is it looks like a strawberry banana.
Yeah.
I know.
It's probably going to have that consistency too.
Oh my god.
Hey, stop it for a sec. Stop it for a second and let everything kind of settle to the
Yeah, let the
blades.
sediment go to the bottom.
It's not going to go to the bottom if you're moving it. Let it sit for like 10 seconds and then do it again. Or not. All right.
He's going to give it a little stir.
With a fork. That's such a man thing to do.
We are looking good, ladies
Look
and
who's
gentlemen.
sexist now.
I really thought it would be brown.
Women can't be
I watched
sexist.
Rhett and Link do so many smoothies that I thought it would be brown because
All right.
every single one of theirs
Let's
is
give
brown.
this one more good blend. So headphone users, again, I
yep.
apologize.
All right.
We are ready. So I'm going to go ahead and put it back into the sparkling cider glass that we have.
Yep, perfect.
No, that is not the sparkling cider glass. That's the sparkling cider glass.
All right, cool.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh.
That would really screw with our flavor.
That would
Have
screw with the
little
flavor.
bit of extra cranberry juice. in
I
it.
think this whole thing is cranberry juice.
All right, so
That's how I'm gonna
That is very pink to have chicken in it.
and gravy and green beans.
This is very good protein.
Oh yeah, that smells good. All right, so let's just get that nice close up of the
That
pour.
nice
all right?
chunky
There's
drip.
that, and here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, there are no chunks in this
Except for those.
except for those. All right, and what that
You don't
is-
need to pour the whole glass. Come on.
Oh my
That's
god.
actually the chicken, the protein in the chicken is what that is, and what it's doing is it's actually clumping to the cranberry juice. And that's
Oh.
what we want. So the longer this sits,
We want it to
the better
sit
it's
there.
going to
You want
taste.
clumping?
All right, now the last little thing that we're going to do is we're going to take a brand new slice of bread, and we're going to
Garnish the edge.
Garnish the edge.
cut it down the middle. Like this. Like that. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey,
what
someone
this
get a photo of that.
is
Come and take a seat.
the Thanksgiving smoothie.
Get a photo.
You got the photo? All right, yeah. Can you fix that camera angle as well?
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Toss me that bread. No, the other one.
No, the other
Don't
one.
get full.
Give them that one. You know, Miles
Perfect,
over
perfect.
there is pretty hungry.
All right. So basically, how
After
this
his second
works,
breakfast.
we've made the smoothie.
I'm not looking forward to this.
We've made the smoothie.
Yes.
And what's going to happen is I'm going to ask them questions. I'm going to ask some quick Thanksgiving quiz questions, and whoever at the end of this quiz does not have an answer for it, or can't answer as many as the other people around them, will have to.
It's a great explanation.
Drink.
You're doing good.
Whoever
It
gets
is
the
great.
least amount of points.
You know, I
Yeah.
honestly cannot imagine that tasting bad.
Yeah.
Did you smell it?
Yeah.
Smell good?
All right.
It did not smell terrible. It smelled
Okay,
like
grab it. I'm gonna smell this.
chicken and potatoes
I just sat down.
with some cranberry. I mean, that's what it smelled like.
See,
All I smell is bread.
I'm also not gonna eat something.
Oh, that
somebody's
just
had
smells
their
like
nose in.
cranberries.
Yeah, I mean, it does not smell
Oh,
terrible.
no.
I like it.
Yes. Oh man.
It's okay because I'll be the one drinking it,
Yeah,
I'm
for
sure.
sure.
All right. So who's ready for the? We'll go and ask
I guess me.
Thanks. Okay, we're gonna start off with an easy one.
Okay.
Thanksgiving occurs on number 1, the 4th Thursday in November, the 3rd Thursday in
Oh, I know
November,
this.
or November 26th every year.
Third.
You're gonna go number 3.
That's my guess.
Number 3.
Yeah.
Or
No,
the
like
third
the third
Thursday.
Sunday.
Okay, so number 2.
Did you say third Sunday?
Third Thursday. What was it? The third
third
day.
Thursday. Okay.
Yes, the third Thursday.
Okay.
Third Thursday.
Wow. Thanks.
Is
Okay,
it the
well-
fourth?
It is. This is the 4th. So you guys are
Gotten it
still
wrong.
tied. So
I knew that. I was influenced.
It was the
by
fourth.
You
his
are all
confidence.
at 0.
I knew the
What?
answer,
Literally,
didn't
I
wanna
was
make it
just
go
told
back.
the other day by Sherry that it was the third. She was wrong when
Well,
she
but
told
there's
me.
never been like Thanksgiving on November 21st. We should have known that. Don't talk to me. You're giving me bad advice. Next.
Okay, how many times I've already said that I'm going to be the one drinking this? That implies that I'm wrong a lot. You should not have listened to me.
That's
That's on y'all.
I just tied up with you guys so I wouldn't make you feel bad.
Good
He didn't
strategy.
even
Give some,
hear the question. He's eating bread.
oh my gosh. All right. Number 2. The first Thanksgiving lasted. Number 1, 1 day. 2, 2 days. Or 3, 3 days.
3 days.
3 days.
That's what I was gonna say. But if you're always wrong, I guess 3.
3. Okay, and you're
Go
2. The correct answer is 3 days.
I finally broke my streak. I got to answer correct.
All
Don't
right.
get full of
Eat my
that
dust,
bread.
Michael.
Don't get full.
So he.
There's bread for you to eat up there on that glass.
Mm.
Number
It's been soaking too.
Number 3, which of the following was not served at the Pilgrim's Thanksgiving meal? Number 1, cranberries, corn, and mashed potatoes. 2, rabbit, chicken, wild turkey, and dried fruit. And 3, venison, deer meat, fish, and goose. Number
You know
1.
venison and deer meat are the same thing, right?
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
They are the same.
No, it had it in there so people could actually know what it is.
Venison.
In
Parentheses.
parentheses.
I'm gonna say
Deer
that
meat.
one.
You're gonna say venison?
Was not or was?
Was not.
Was
Was
not.
not.
Yeah. So number 1,
Wait, what was the answer? What was the first one?
cranberries, corn, and mashed potatoes.
I know corn was because their first thing was to make maize. So the deer.
Okay, deer.
You said the second one had rabbit?
Mm-hmm.
Corn and maize are not the same thing. Just so you know. Good.
It's amazing.
You second.
We
I
are
already
waiting
went.
on one more
Which one
answer.
you said?
I'm not gonna tell you. Yeah.
I know which one she picked.
Don't tell him. Be your own man.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the first one.
Okay. The correct one is the first one. Cranberries, corn, and mashed potatoes were not served on the first Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I should have known.
I was supposed to say thinking mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes.
I was thinking cranberries because that's a lot of sugar.
You're a lot of sugar.
Well, I guess we're tied, Michael.
Which Indian tribe
dust.
taught... Oh my gosh. Next question, Josh. You want to read number 4?
Sure. Which Indian tribe taught the Pilgrims how to cultivate the land and were invited to the first Thanksgiving meal? Number 1, the Apache. Number 2, the Wampanoag. Number 3, the Cherokee.
Pretty sure.
The Wampanoag.
Okay.
Wampanoag.
I'm gonna say the Wampanoag just so I'm not in last place.
Oh my gosh.
All
I'll
right.
at least
The
tie
correct
Michael.
answer was the Wampanoag,
Yeah.
though I do not believe that's how you pronounce it.
It's
So I apologize.
Wampanoag.
Wampanoag or something. Yeah. Number 5, the last question, unless we have a stalemate here, which then you guys both might have to drink it. Approximately how many turkeys are eaten each year on Thanksgiving in the United States? 100 million, 280 million, or 500 million?
280 million.
Okay.
Doesn't matter what I say. I
280
win.
million.
Yeah.
So you gonna tie with me? No matter what?
He's pulling you down into the same thing.
Fine, 300 million.
Okay, 300 million.
That's not an answer.
That's not even an answer.
500 million.
It was 100, 280, or 500.
280.
280.
280.
No,
That's
300.
That's the first
500.
answer you gave.
500? You want to go 500?
I just want to be different.
Okay. The correct answer is, and this is the final one, determines who has to drink the Thanksgiving
Do I
meal.
have to drink it?
The correct answer is 280 million.
Dang it.
So, Raymond,
Drink, 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 drink.
Let me
This
eat my
is
bread
this
while
can't
I
be
watch
any
it.
worse than the Vegemite. The Vegemite was bad, guys.
oh, the Vegemite was
Alright,
bad.
so could someone?
Yeah. Well, you could do it on the couch. Should be fine. We got a good view
Should
from
I
it.
just like eat this piece of bread?
I would just leave the piece of bread out and actually drink it.
Well, then where should I put this bread?
You should hold it.
On the other glass.
There you go.
This bread is really good.
Delicious, guys. I'm gonna drink it like really.
right.
This is.
All right, Raymond, I'm gonna
Anybody
need
want to dink it with me?
Here, give me some.
Here, I'll go. Here, I'll
Here,
go.
give me my water.
Oh God. Dink, dink.
My tomatoes noise.
All right.
All right.
Bottoms up.
If you spit that on me, is it delicious?
I saw the first chunk fall into his mouth.
Yeah.
And I was like,
It was over.
I tasted the potatoes and the chicken the most. Even
He
though
wants to finish it, doesn't he?
No.
even though the
He took a big
it's-
gulp too.
and I swished it. I wanted to taste it.
Yeah.
even
Okay.
though-
Give me a report. On
Even though it's really pink or red,
Mhm.
purple for the cranberries,
Flesh
it's
color.
very chickeny and mashed potatoes because those are super strong flavors.
Mm-hmm. That's very interesting. Is there anything else you tasted in that?
I mean, I also tasted the green beans a little.
Mm-hmm.
I did taste the cranberries too, but mostly chicken and mashed potatoes.
What about
So-
the pie? Did you
I
get
didn't
any
taste
pie?
any pie.
no cinnamon, no nothing, no apple.
I didn't taste any of the hard cider. Not hard cider, but the sparkling cider.
It is not hard.
Sparkling.
Do you
Or
have
gravy.
any of the?
He didn't put enough gravy
More
in
like
there.
hardly.
He didn't put enough gravy in there.
That
to-
was beef gravy. Like, oh.
That's probably why
How
it
about
tastes more
cans?
than
You
meat
didn't want
flavor.
that.
Maybe, yeah, that gravy probably made it
Yeah.
Beefy.
even.
Beefy.
It just wasn't good. I wouldn't recommend making
No?
this.
Here, hand it to me. I honestly want to see what this tastes like.
Oh, you're
It's
brave.
not terrible. It's just not good.
Yeah, we did the food challenge. Josh just kept eating stuff.
Yeah.
Tastes like shepherd's pie
Oh.
with ketchup.
That's actually a.
I mean,
what did you taste?
It's a big
most?
inside joke on the show. Shepherd's pie.
Boom.
Oh yeah. Shout out to all the previous listeners who got that joke. But
Kudos to you guys.
nah, I mean, really, you taste the chicken, you taste the mashed potatoes, and you taste the cranberries. Maybe a little bit of the corn.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Corn's kind of a bland flavor.
But the I think where we went wrong was the sparkling cider.
Yeah.
I really think that's where we went wrong.
Okay, that's definitely
The only thing that
Yeah.
went wrong.
No, because I mean
Other than mixing a bunch of foods.
the bitterness of the sparkling cider takes away all of the flavor of everything else and just makes it taste like puke. Like somebody ate shepherd's pie,
Stop.
and then had to eat it again.
had an ulcer, and regurgitated it.
Oh, good
And
lord.
that's what
Okay.
we're looking
Okay.
at.
Well, thank
Good
you.
thing I've already drank it.
I'm gonna go. It's 10 o'clock.
I gotta go.
Yes, time to go.
Well, thank you all for joining for this Thanksgiving
thanks for being
show.
here.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Thank you.
It's been
I want to
great.
say thank you to all of our guests over here on the couch.
It's been fun.
Yeah. Any?
I'm not a guest anymore.
Yeah, okay, Raymond's not a guest
Wow,
anymore.
There's something happening here. Are you okay? Okay.
I have
You
to
didn't
pee.
enjoy that.
Any last thoughts? Any last comments? Anything you guys would like to say?
Still, guys, just don't try that at home with that exact recipe. But
Oh.
Not the
if you
exact
come up with
recipe.
another one that actually tastes good, let us know and we'll try it on the show.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Or
Educate yourself.
If you
on
have
the real
any
first
challenges you want us to try,
Let us
Tell
know on our
us.
Facebook page,
Or
Yeah.
YouTube.
or Twitter, or Twitch,
Twitter,
or Instagram,
or
or
anywhere.
anything,
or my phone number.
or text me. Yeah.
We actually do have a call-in number. We just did not use it tonight.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Awesome. But thank you guys. Great
Our number's
guests.
911.
Great guests. We
Help
want to thank
us.
our
Beneficiaries.
beneficiaries. Yeah. Anyways, that's the show. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this. And
Wait, hang
giving
on.
us
You
more-
didn't thank our sponsors, Archetype 4.
Oh, yeah.
Archetype 4.
I think our sponsor, Archetype 4, who is a local media marketing consultant company that helps your business succeed with marketing, especially on social media, video, photography, anything like that. So definitely give them a look online at
With your
archetype4.com.
Hey yo.
But other than that, be sure to check out the Adrian and John channel, which this serious talk show airs every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, whatever your favorite social media channel is. We're probably there. So,
Unless we're not.
unless we're not. But that's the show. Thank you, and we hope you all have a great Thanksgiving with your
Yeah.
families.
Next time you guys see me, I will not have my beard, so
Yep.
this is the last time.
And I just real quick want to do a real quick shout out to any of the fanciful fam who is over here. Just a real quick shout out.
I guess shout out for the Raymond Haggerty fans, too, that probably aren't here. But I have a YouTube channel called Raymond Haggerty where I put music covers up. It's dope. You should check it out.
Awesome.
Shout
Yeah,
out
check
to
that
the
out.
Fans of bread.
Brad. Okay. Oh
Where
my
that
gosh.
dough at?
Josh, would you like to bring us home today?
Of course. I'm waiting for
Cue
my
music.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in to the Serious Talk Show. Catch us next week, Monday night at 9, and we will blow your mind.
Or
As always, thank you for tuning in.
Bye, guys.